What are scammers up to these days? Every day, people just like you tell the FTC what they've spotted, and maybe even lost money too. Then every year, the FTC rolls up all those millions of reports about fraud, scams, and bad business practices to tell the story. Scammers took a lot of money. The latest FTC data book says people were reported losing $8.8 billion to scams. Government agencies such as the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and the Federal Bureau of Investigation work to stay ahead of fraudsters and keep you safe. The internet is a wonderful thing, but it's also home to many criminals and fraudsters. We expose the fiendish frauds which could trip up even the most careful of internet users. Find out what they are so you don't get caught out. Online dating. The real story revolves around a woman named Connie, who after the death of her husband, turned to online dating and fell victim to a romance scam. A scammer posing as James Herman deceived her emotionally and financially. He sent her a fake check and claimed to have legal issues, and manipulated her into sending money. The scammer used fake identities, including stolen photos of a real person. Connie discovered the fraud, losing her retirement savings. Despite embarrassment, Connie reported the incident to authorities, hoping to bring the scammer to justice. If you're in an online relationship, it's worth checking in with a friend or a member of your family on how it's going. Sometimes people around us can help to spot warning signs and inconsistencies when we're too caught up in the moment. Fake bank call scam. Here's another victim of online scams, Tim Watkins. The owner of a marketing business fell victim to a sophisticated scam that resulted in the loss of $222,000 in just 13 minutes. Tim received a text message, seemingly from his bank, NAB, stating that he needed a passcode for an online payment he had made on Amazon. The scammer used technology to spoof NAB's number, making the message appear legitimate. Tim, believing the message to be from his bank, called the provided number and spoke to someone who sounded professional, resembling a genuine NAB representative. He was coerced into providing one-time passcodes generated by his NAB app, which the scammer then used to initiate 10 transactions, totaling $222,000 within a short time frame. NAB's Chris Sheehan defended the bank, stating that they have stopped numerous scams, but faced challenges due to the hostile environment created by transitional organized crime groups. He suggested holding these criminals accountable and forcing them to repay victims. Tim expressed dissatisfaction with NAB's response and escalated the dispute to the Australian Financial Complaints Authority, AFCA. However, NAB offered him $10,000 as a full and final resolution, contingent on not escalating the dispute further.
Lost $750,000 of her life savings.
Fake investment scams. Michelle, grappling with the recent loss of her husband, sought solace and stability. Little did she know that her quest for a brighter future would lead her to the treacherous world of fake investments. As she explored online avenues for term deposits, she stumbled upon a seemingly legitimate website for EQR securities. Convinced of its authenticity, Michelle delved further, checking that the company was registered with the Australian Securities and Investments Commission, ASIC, and possessed an Australian Financial Securities license number. Assured by these apparent validations, she took the fateful step of transferring $750,000 of her life savings into an account provided by the company. The scam unfolded with a cruel twist. Michelle received communication claiming that the EQR Securities had received the funds, allowing her to log into a portal and view her investment receipts. However, this digital illusion quickly shattered as Michelle found herself locked out of the portal after a single login attempt. The malevolent character in this tale went by the name of Will Hughes, a name echoed in the corridors of deceit, as another victim, Jody Bridges, shared a similar encounter in May, losing $500,000 to a scammer using the same moniker and a British accent. The victim's distress was palpable as they described the emotional toil of being duped. Adding another layer to this saga, Sharash Kalapizi, a 75-year-old seeking investment opportunities, found himself ensnared in a similar trap Using a fake bond comparison website called Savings Connection, the scammers posed as representatives from reputable banks. Sharash, transferring $100,000, soon discovered the fraudulent nature of the scheme. Fighting against the tide of deception, Sharash attempted to meet his scammer in person, only to be met with evasion and false promises. His attempts to halt the transaction proved futile, leaving him as another casualty in the scammer's trail. Fake Amazon purchase scam. A local family found themselves ensnared in a sophisticated scam that resulted in the loss of over $500,000. William and Abe Bortz, a retired couple married for over 55 years, fell victim to scammers who employed a combination of a fake Amazon purchase and bank wire transfers to orchestrate their financial downfall. The saga began innocently enough in January of the previous year when the couple received an email, seemingly from Amazon, notifying them of a $1,500 purchase sent to an unfamiliar address. Concerned, they called the number provided in the email to rectify the situation. Unbeknownst to them, the scammers on the other end of the line manipulated William into granting remote access to their computer, a move he believed was routine due to past experiences with remote assistance. First, the scammers took control of the couple's computer and presented a fake Amazon website, claiming a $2,000 charge for shipping. They coerced William into entering the amount he believed needed to be credited back, resulting in a staggering $200,000 transfer to the scammers. The elaborate ruse continued as the scammers insisted on synchronizing a fake refund server with Amazon, requiring additional wire transfers to the so-called Amazon Refund Recovery Center. The scammer, posing as an Amazon worker, relentlessly called the couple multiple times a day, persisting until William, unaware of the deception, made multiple visits to different Chase Bank branches in the North County. In total, he wired a staggering $690,500 to locations in Hong Kong and China. The family believes that Chase Bank could have done more to prevent these substantial wire transfers. They argue that the bank should have asked more questions and provided additional safeguards to thwart the scam. Dissatisfied with Chase's response, the family filed a lawsuit against the bank, alleging financial elder abuse and unfair business practices. Chase Bank, however, contends that they bear no responsibility for the losses, asserting that William was a willing participant in the transactions. The family's lawsuit, initially dismissed, is currently active in the appeals process. The story sheds light on the complexities of holding financial institutions accountable for scams, emphasizing the need for increased vigilance and protective measures to safeguard individuals, especially vulnerable elders, from falling victim to such schemes. SIM card swapping scam. A Maryland woman named Sharon from Bethesda fell victim to a scam that resulted in the loss of $17,000, despite having two-factor authentication on all her accounts. The scam, known as SIM card swapping, serves as a stark reminder that even advanced security measures may not be foolproof. Sharon's ordeal began with an email thanking her for a purchase of a new phone at Verizon, a transaction she had not initiated. Simultaneously, her contact information at Bank of America changed without her knowledge. Disturbingly, Sharon had two-factor authentication enabled on her accounts, adding an extra layer of security. However, the scammers found a way to exploit this. After contacting Bank of America to address the issue, Sharon discovered that her cell phone was no longer active, making it impossible for her to receive the necessary verification codes for online attempts. Within minutes, $17,000 vanished from her account. The scammers had orchestrated a SIM card swap, convincing Verizon that someone in California had purchased a new phone and SIM card using Sharon's phone number to activate it. When the new phone was turned on, Sharon's phone went dead, giving the scammers control. Despite having two-factor authentication, Sharon found herself powerless as the scammers took complete control of her phone and bank accounts. Security experts highlight that SIM card swapping has seen a significant rise. The simplicity of the scam involves convincing the telephone company that the scammers have the same claim to your phone number. Once the swap is completed, the scammers gain control, using two-factor authentication to access the victim's accounts. Over the next 3 months, Bank of America initially denied Sharon's claim, stating it couldn't be honored. Eventually, they reversed their decision and refunded the $17,000. Both Bank of America and Verizon emphasized their commitment to addressing identity theft issues, acknowledging the complexity of resolving such cases. Security experts recommend additional measures to protect against SIM card swapping, such as implementing a porting pin with the carrier, using authenticator apps or face scans, and avoiding reliance on text codes. The resounding message from law enforcement echoes to the digital realm: be suspicious, stay vigilant, and remember that even in the vast expanse of the internet, caution is the shield against unseen adversaries. Stay informed about the latest scamming strategies. If you liked our eye-opening video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such informative videos.